the next thing I want to look at is the rings that basically increase your physical damage. Aside from the ring of blades, which we don't have because that was a 2.12 item when we started in 2.11, I believe, or something even earlier. But anyways, so Ares Signet, which you get from getting the soul of defeating Corrupted Gunder and getting his soul and transposing it, that's actually increases your slash damage by 10%. So I'm gonna try this. Thankfully, I was able to transpose that. And then as you see, you can have all these other rings too. The Champion Gundyr transpose, strike damage, Pontiff Sullivan transpose, thrust damage, so that's like spears, rapiers, things like that. Standard damage, Soul of Maiden, I don't know what that is, but increases your standard damage. Again, I'm not entirely sure what standard damage even is. But yeah, there should be a list on the wiki that tells you like which weapon does which type of damage. So now that we have that, we can at least get a sort of an idea, I guess, as to how much damage it actually increases, or if it's the same. Just do a quick test right here. So 610 damage without the ring. Oh wait, I have the crypt ring on, so that might affect things. Right, so 530 damage, normal. And let's put here, this one. Yep. So that's 63 damage increase, right? Or 53 damage increase. 583. And 530. Right, so is that 10%? Yeah, that's more or less 10%, right? 10% of 530, more or less. 53, 50-ish damage. Now these, equipped it. These give us 2.5 physical damage. So I'm gonna try to... Actually, I should have taken all of these off, so I actually know. Like damage increase. So here, just without anything, 541, 492, right? So that's the base damage without the ring. So if we were to put on, actually, this gives you 2 strength. I don't know if that's gonna matter. It kind of did. Okay, 489 without anything. And then let's see. Let's put on our 10% physical damage set. $539. Okay, so if they're the same damage increase, I should do 539 damage when I equip this ring. More or less the same. I'm missing like 2 damage. Not entirely sure why. Does this give like other stats? No, it just gives physical damage, right? So more or less, it's kind of the same thing. Except this one, like the physical damage applies to any weapon, right? But just having like another ring that you can use besides like Ring of Favor, Chloranthy ring, and then what is it? Havel's ring, Prisoner's Chain, things like that, just to like if you want to improve your damage. Right, this is pretty good. It's just giving you an option to do that. I mean, I guess there was like these type of rings. Sorry, not that type of ring. These ones, nope. They all look the same to me now. These ones like Demon's Bane ring, increased damage to demons, and increased damage to undead. And then there's the hollow. So these 3 rings just like depends on what enemies are fighting. And then you have a skull ring, right? That just straight up gives you 15% physical attack. It makes you take more damage, which honestly I think I should equip. And now I do like a lot more damage. What was the other thing I was gonna look at? Right, I was gonna equip a sidearm, right? was gonna equip the blunderbuss. I actually infused this weapon when I was infusing all my weapons, but I actually never tried it before. This thing puts me over the weight limit, so I'm just gonna test how much damage it does. Okay, if that damage is like correct. Oh, okay, it's a shotgun, so like that makes sense. Like the closer you are, the more damage it would do. But then again, this is a skeleton, so we have to actually test on actual enemies. But since our weight ratio is over, we gotta find something. Always gotta revert to the rags, but even the rags put us over. So yeah, so I really need to find the Havel's ring. I don't know where you get the Havel's ring. I'm assuming from Havel, and he's at Archdragon Peak, right? So maybe we'll go to that area next. I'm still deciding what area to go next. We could go through with the Lothric Castle and just go straight to the princes. Or we can kind of like go through the optional areas. Decisions. Anyways. Oh yeah, the other thing I was talking about. The coals. So this NPC here takes the coals, right? So I have the Giant's coal and I have also the Profane coal. And then after you give them, depending on what coal you give, they're still selling you these bloodthirsty resins. And I don't have enough souls for them. Let me pop some souls to get one. Because they're really useful just because you can just pop them like whenever you need it to. And they'll recharge as you do damage to enemies, right? So you don't actually have to like buy these resins individually or like stock up on them. You can just like choose which one you want. Physical effect. So this one, yeah, this one just straight up adds physical damage. Boost damage against undead. Further increase physical damage by 10% for 10 seconds. Wait, do these only last 10 seconds? Or is that a typo? Is that kind of like a glitch? So I'm pretty sure these resins don't just last 10 seconds, right? Yeah, these ones last for 60 seconds. Is it because these ones give like special effects, so you have to keep on applying them, or do they apply like really fast or something, like the papers? So this one gives 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. So I think we're gonna go with the blessed one just because it has physical damage and we have a lot of things that boost physical damage. And then we can basically test it out, see if it's actually 10 seconds. All right, yeah, so it's like a paper instead of a resin. Right? Pretty sure they have papers in this game, don't they? Or am I just thinking about Bloodborne? Does Dark Souls not have the... Pretty sure Dark Souls has it too, right? Like the quick resins? Yeah, I'm not sure. So I guess you have to like... These are really quick. That's why they're like bloodthirsty resins. So you gotta just pop them and use them immediately, right? Because they give you a huge amount of damage buff to your weapon. But anyways, now that we have that, maybe we have enough to upgrade the... Yeah, I definitely have enough to upgrade the mound makers for one more time. It was really annoying that I have to travel all the way to Pit of Hollows just to upgrade this thing. Kind of like it when everything is in the shrine, you know? But it's not a big deal. It's like one teleport away. Strength and bond. Now, how far can this go? It should be level 5 now. So that gives me 15% physical damage. So I'm starting to stack up on like physical damage. Now, is level 5 the farthest you can go? Yeah, so level 5 is highest you can go. And it doesn't really take that much, you know. It's pretty easy to upgrade your Covenant item as you progress through the game. Yeah, I think I'll have to like swap off the leggings in order for me to use the blunderbuss alongside. Sure, let's just go with the brigand set. I think we're gonna go to Archdragon Peak before we head to Lothric Castle. Just because I want to get the Havel's ring. I'm tired of having to wear like low weight armor this whole time. Or I'm not even wearing low weight armor, to be honest. Like heavyweight armor right now. I'm using low weight right now. I'm running out of equip loads, so I'd do something about it. Anyways, I'm gonna play with this thing for a while. So you go right up to them, like that's a hefty amount of damage, but it's still like not comparable to your actual weapon, right? Also, I'm not entirely sure if if it gets affected by my physical damage stacks. Which it should, it does physical damage. Anyways, that's another thing we'll have to test out. But yeah, it's like a quick shot. So like when you pair it, you kind of lose like a lot of the good things about the Beast Cutter, since you can't use the weapon art. It doesn't extend, right? But you do get like this little quick burst from your sidearm, which, depending on like your preferences, maybe you're using like another weapon that doesn't require it to be two-handed for it to shine. But I feel like the Beast Cutter really has to be two-handed, right? Just so you can do this. Oh, it's one of these mimics. Serpentine hatchet. Or like, there's really no point of using the Beast Cutter if you're not gonna like make use of his extended moveset, you know? And that only happens extended as in like the weapon extends. And that doesn't happen if you just use a one-handed. It just becomes like I don't even know what type of weapon has this type of moveset. It's like a more or less a sword. I think they made it so that you can fight this guy like normally. Yeah. So you don't have to just run around and do a plunge attack. Although he's still kind of a pushover since he doesn't do that much damage. We're gonna try the resin. Oh, and he's gonna fly up when we use the resin. Okay. It's okay, we'll just apply it again when he comes down. Yeah, so that's huge damage. That's almost like 300, 200 something damage. Extra damage with our combo just for using the resin. Hello, who's this? Dragon cultist. Was he supposed to transform into like the dragon form or something? But I killed him too quick, I guess. But yeah, if you've noticed this playthrough of mine, hasn't really been in all in one sitting. That's why I've been like updating so much. I'm kind of like playing as the game gets updated. Which like I guess has its pros and cons. Like I get to show you guys what gets added, and then also kind of gives you an idea of where the game is kind of like heading with their updates and things. And overall just be able to like cover the game as it gets updated, you know, different changes. And then the thing with like finishing in one sitting is you get the whole package of this update, so things don't get like flip-flopped around. Like even though I'm in 2.13, I'm not actually getting some of the items that were added. Like the reason for this is just because it's really like this game is really long, to be honest. They've added so much stuff, the 2 DLCs, as well as everything added in this mod, right? That just puts like so much content out for this game. I don't feel like I could just do all of it in one sitting and then upload it. And even then, like, it will take me a while to upload, and the game will still update, and then we'll have like outdated gameplay, which will happen eventually anyways, but this is just the way I kind of like plan things out. But I'm really enjoying like the mod so far. I think I will do videos on like different builds after just going through the whole game. And okay, so these guys are just like normal enemies everywhere. Anyways, as I go through the game and kind of like get to know all the different things the mod added, how different weapons affect each other, and what, like, which weapons of the new ones that are actually good or fun to use. Because I feel like most of the weapons in this mod, aside from like just the boring copy-paste weapons, they're all really fun to use. They're definitely worth your time. Like, you don't have to just stick to them for an entire playthrough, right? Like, for me, I've been switching weapons non-stop, and Wanderer mode just lets you do that. Like this thing, Serpentine Chain Axe. What is it? Does it let me throw it with a chain? Because if it does... Like, was this thing part of the base game? Oh yeah, it's like a whip. It's a strength weapon too. Yeah, I'll check this out. It's pretty cool. But then even when you get like weapons like these that are like whips, they're still shorter range than my beast cutter. So then you kind of wonder, like, in terms of melee weapons that have like reach and AoE, is there anything better than the beast cutter? Because right now it doesn't look like it. Alright, so I'm a little lost. Where am I supposed to go here? Oh, okay, here. Ow. Okay. I mean, the damage is not bad. Forget my shotgun. Okay. I completely forgot that this guy was on a bridge. Oh, we're all the way back here. Yeah. I really should pick better spots to, like, test weapons. Oh, I lost my souls too. I want to infuse it. Just because, like, the stones come so easily, so might as well infuse everything I see, right? Otherwise, you don't get, like, a complete understanding of how the weapon performs. Like, this is definitely a fun weapon. Like, if this was just a whip, I would have never actually tried it. But just because it's, like, packaged, or not packaged, like, presented as, like, a chain hatchet, or whatever this weapon is supposed to be. Like, that just looks very fun. That's the heavy attack that I haven't used yet. I mean, it has pretty decent range, right? I think I was giving it too much shit, saying I already been here, saying that it has less range than the Beast Cutter, but it has pretty decent range, especially on the heavy attack. More or less the same as the heavy attack on the Beast Cutter. Oh, that's cool weapon art. That's the... I know that's weapon art from one of the whips, but I forgot which one. That's a cool weapon art. Oh my god. I'm getting fireball from behind. I'm not fighting here. I'm up here where I can see you. These big snake boys are fucking me up. Really flashy. Or it's just for me because I never use whip weapons, so this is entirely new to me. Is there a bonfire up here? We're in this area. It's like normally you would get it after you kill the ancient, what is it, ancient dragon, right? You'll just get teleported to this area. See, that damage is not bad. If this was infused, that was probably like 1,000 damage right there. What was that? Holy flame. Spell buff is determined by faith. Penny for physical damage. I have to look into those. I have no idea like what the difference is for those weapons. But chances are, since it's like catalysts and spellcaster tools, one of them just... There has to be one that's just like really a lot better than the rest, you know? Just because they're not every spell is balanced. Just like how Fire Surge was like super overtuned, there must be some other spells that are overtuned than others. And you kind of just like build your um you kind of just build your entire like equipment set based on what spell it is, right? So okay, so we got the Band of Sparks, boosts lightning defense massively. I wonder if these rings actually like help against bosses like the Nameless King. Like, is that lightning defense actually gonna help you with anything? Okay, that's the thing that he gives. That's a ring that gives you more souls, right? Or did they change it to something else? Usually get this thing like right away. Yeah. Gives you more souls. Usually you get that thing like at the Firelink Shrine, because I remember picking that thing up every time whenever I start a new game. This guy's just unfazed. unloaded a bunch of shotgun shells into his face. Doesn't care. Yeah, that was close. Ran out of stamina or something to use my... Yeah, that's another thing I don't like about these sidearms. Like, they use your stamina, right? And they use, like, a lot of stamina. And their damage is not really... Like, in terms of stamina to damage ratio, they're not great. What is this staff? Increased soul absorption. There's a bunch of items that give you soul absorption. So I think we're gonna... That's enough of the shotgun. Just gonna switch back to the beast cutter. The bonfire here? Nope. Just enemies. Yeah, I remember one of these spots were usually ambush spots. Just forgot which side it was. Serpentine mask. I think that's the shortcut down to where the first bonfire is, right? But is there another bonfire here for me to use? Hello? We have steel protection. What is down here? Man, it really pisses me off when they live with 1 HP. Just because I'm missing, like, a little bit of strength to finish them off. What is this place? Oh, was this guy following me this whole time? I completely forgot about him. Look at the range on that. I'm just trying to, like, not miss things, you know? I don't want to miss anything in this area. This is where I came in. I haven't gone up here. Okay. Holy crap, this guy's trying to crush me. Okay, is there anything else up there besides this mad lad? There's another mad lad, okay. I'm guessing this is the part where you're supposed to, like, plunge attack. Yeah, you go down here and you plunge attack the dragon, right? I have a feeling I'm gonna get ambushed by something. Okay, that's just a bunch of bright bugs. Which would have been worth it if I'm actually using bright bugs. Like, even when bright bugs were first introduced in Dark Souls 2, I never really wanted to use them, just because kind of just make the game way too easy. Like, it gives you everything in one package. The thing is just not balanced. Maybe they balanced it out in this mod. Item over there. But yeah, I remember in Dark Souls 2, that item was... the bright bug was not balanced. And you know that because all the speedrunners were, like, depending on it. They were just pathing and then, like, optimizing their souls in order to get like bright bugs for certain bosses. Maybe come all the way down here for some arrows. Like, I feel this game could be a lot shorter if I just stopped backtracking and trying to get like every single item there is on each area. Does this bell do anything? I'm surprised there's nothing like up here beside the bell. Like, if I were to just go for key items and items where I know there will be, like, things I need, then the playthrough would have been a lot shorter, but then again, wouldn't be much fun, since I'll be playing something that I already have, like, great knowledge of. I wouldn't be experiencing it first time. So the excitement is not there. The whole reason I even started this mod was because I got tired of playing the base game, you know? Kind of already knew, like, everything there is to the base game. Tried out, like, a bunch of... Gotta watch out for ambushes here. Tried out, like, a bunch of builds, PvP in the base game. And then I just wanted more, right? That's why, like, if you're like me, this mod is great since it combines like everything from all the Souls games. You can get all the weapons here, although they don't perform as they should in each individual game, just because like the mechanics and things, the coding in the game doesn't allow for it. It's still like a lot of fun to see everything basically compiled into Dark Souls 3.